All right, please let the record show that Commissioner Brink and Commissioner Ellerman are both present, along with County Attorney Drew Porter, who is fresh off of the airline flight. You have been stuck, and we are appreciative that you are back in the good old United States of America and back in Indiana. Along with, of course, our auditor's office as well. I do have one item that I want to add to the agenda, and that is under E, new business, food ordinance. Other than that, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I have nothing.
Okay, I make a motion to approve as amended.
I second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. I am going to move something around real quickly because I know Chris needs to go this evening early. So Chris, if you would come on up and discuss a little bit about Ready 2.0.
Thanks for doing that.
And you look awfully.
I didn't want anybody to pinch me today.
Yeah,
so.
I forgot today was,
Yeah.
I actually forgot. So.
I'll start with Ready. I do have a few other updates that
Great.
lots have been going on recently, so I want to just share a few other updates that I don't normally do, but thought you all might have an interest
absolutely.
in. In terms of Ready 1, we basically are going to complete the last two projects that are in the works. The sewer line on the Elkhorn Road and Seavers Road extension. That's actively being worked on now and should be completed by this summer, in addition to the additional water line that's going in along Keller Road down to Essex and then back over to Loop to basically create a redundant loop of water for the industrial park. So those are the two Ready 1 projects that we're completing, and those should be closed out by the end.
Real quickly, so as you go up Seavers Road, do you know if the houses on the right-hand side are going to be able to tie into that, or just the houses on the left-hand side? Or do you know
I'll
that?
have to check with Kirk. I believe
Okay.
just the left.
Okay.
Because I think it'll go, when we get to phase 2 of that project, then I think everybody else in that area will be able to.
Okay.
I just don't know for sure if this phase 1 is gonna get all the folks on that side.
Oh, but it's possible down the road that we are looking at
Yeah.
doing that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And then for Ready 2.0, all of our projects are in the system and are being reviewed by the state right now. And in the coming weeks, I would say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, they'll either come back to us with a request for additional information or just approve those. And then I'll come back with another update on Ready 2 projects. And then the Arts and Culture, Lilly Endowment Arts and Culture grant application window is currently open, and it's open until April 15th. And so those are for projects. I know that we've got two organizations in town that definitely have an interest in applying. One is the university for the expansion of the Skelton Museum, and then the other one is the Military Museum. So they have both met with the Indiana Arts Commission talking about how they can apply and got some feedback on what they're planning to do. And then once those applications are in, our Indiana First region will review those probably sometime in May. And then everyone, and this is a statewide grant opportunity, not just for our region, but everybody in the state should know. They haven't given a hard date, I don't think, but they should know probably by the end of, I want to say June or July, if those grants have been awarded. So, and again, as I know more, I'll come back and update you. I know we've had a lot of media coverage on Beer House Flats, and if you've been out on Elkhorn Road, you can see that those guys are clipping along with construction. The first 24 units should be available by June. I talked to the developer last week, and he told me that they had at least 30 or more applications for those first 24 units. So it seems like demand for that kind of housing continues to be high. And then those first 424 units should also be available by sometime in June. And then every few weeks after that, more units will come online. So let's see, last two things. One, you may have seen some coverage of our Opportunity Knox campaign, which includes things like national advertising in Site Selection magazine that's coming up, I think, within the next month. We've done some digital advertising, and probably the thing that's gotten the most attention are the billboards that we're investing in. So there is a billboard in Lawrenceville as you're coming toward Vincennes, and the goal there is to encourage those folks that already work in our community. We know that there are at least 1,500 commuters that come from Illinois every day into Knox County for work. And I've got to believe a percentage of them might have an interest in moving here. And so we're trying to get that message out in front of them that we have new housing options, new job opportunities. I know there've been some closures. There was a closure in Albion, for example. And so we're trying to get in front of folks to say that, you know, Knox County and Vincennes is a good opportunity for you. So, and then finally, I'll finish with Amazon. As you know, a little over a month ago, we made the announcement that Amazon is building a last mile distribution center in the industrial park. They are moving very quickly. If you've been, I know you've probably been out there.
Couple times.
It's across the street.
Yeah.
But they are moving very quickly. We are working on a sewer line extension using some TIF dollars to help pay for that, and then that main line will tie in to the new Amazon facility. And one thing Tim and I have been talking about is the site supervisor. His name is David Green, and we've had a lot of subcontractors that have reached out to us, you know, wanting to compete for work with that project. And so Compass Construction out of Indianapolis is the GC for the project. And so David has welcomed me to share his number with people if we have subs that have an interest in talking to them about work. So,
What's the best way to get a hold of, obviously, I mean, we have his phone number, but what's the best way for them to get a hold of him? Just,
I would recommend just calling him. And then if anybody, I know you've got the number, but if anybody, if you get approached by anyone interested, have them get in touch with either me or Tim, and we can you know, send him his way.
Great.
okay.
So,
Thank you.
that's all I got.
Great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay, safe travels. Review of minutes of the prior meeting, which was the March 3rd. Did you have an opportunity to read the minutes?
I have.
Okay, make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. We don't have any appointments at this point in time. So under new business, weight limit restrictions for Knox County roads, we did get just a little bit of rain the other day, and of course the temperatures have dropped dramatically. So I would make the recommendation that we remain for at least another week on the restricting on the roads. So I would make that as a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. That's to keep them, weight restriction, keeping heavy equipment, heavy vehicles off of those county roadways. The worst thing in the world right now is the freeze thaw with all the water underneath there. It's just gonna pop potholes left and right. I would say if you do see, you know, some potholes popping up, please get with the county highway department. If it's a county road, please get with the county highway department, let them know so they can get out there and fix those potholes right away, because we really want to get those things taken care of as quickly as possible. Resolution 26-2, authorization of Vice President to execute NDOT documents on behalf of Knox County Board of Commissioners. I've asked for this to be in written format. As folks know, I do wear two hats. I am a NDOT employee, and so I want to make sure that we keep those two worlds separate as much as I possibly can. So I've asked that we have a resolution 26-2 authorizing Tim to authorize or sign any of the documents from NDOT's behalf. Drew, if you would please.
Yes, whereas the Board of Commissioners of Knox County, Indiana, as the executive and legislative body of Knox County, has the authority to adopt ordinances relating to the administrations of Knox County government. Whereas Indiana Code Section 3624 governs the legislative procedures of the commissioners adopting an ordinance, order, resolution, or otherwise transacting county business. Whereas after a public meeting, quorum, majority vote, and other procedures outlined in Indiana Code 3624, an ordinance, resolution, or the transaction of county business is considered finally adopted when it is signed by the presiding officer. Whereas the Commissioners, present presiding officer T.J. Brink is an employee of the Indiana Department of Transportation and precluded from executing documents on behalf of Knox County when transacting county business with NDOT. Be it resolved by the Knox County Board of Commissioners that the Vice President shall be considered the presiding officer under Indiana Code Section 3624 when T.J. Brink is serving as the President of the Board of Commissioners and Knox County is transacting business with NDOT. This resolution does not alter any other legal requirements for the transaction of county businesses under Indiana Code 3624.
Great, thank you. So I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-2. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Claims. Have you had an opportunity to read the claims?
I have.
Okay, make a motion to approve claims as submitted.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Same for payroll. Make a motion to approve payroll.
I second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. E, food ordinance. You guys like to come? Good evening, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Tara Hayden with the Knox County Health Department, and our food ordinance has not been updated since 2004. In April of 2025, the state changed all the regulations, so I've just rewrote it, revised some things, and just asking to get that approved.
Okay. So essentially because Drew's kind of stuck out of the country and out of state for a few days there, we did not get that until tonight. So what I'd like to do is refer this to our next meeting if we could. That gives Drew an opportunity to review all the language and make sure he's okay with all of it. So if that's okay with you folks, I would like to just go ahead and table that tonight, and we'll hear it at our meeting on April 7th, if that's okay.
Yep, that's perfect.
I know I've spoke with Crystal on this. This was already approved by the Health Department Board.
Our board did
Yes.
approve it,
Do
yes.
you know if the Health Department Board published it already?
We've not published
Okay,
it at
so
all.
we'll be sure to publish it for our next meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Great, thank you. And again, I do apologize. We were just kind of,
You're fine.
welcome to 2026, as I like to say often. So I make a motion to table the food ordinance at this point in time. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, carries 2-0. We've already heard code compliance, obviously, 2.0. Emergency Management Operations Center. Tim, what kind of updates do you have for us today?
We did hear back from Donovan. Got some favorable information. What they found out, the unusable space out there in the shell for the jail ended up being 3,689 square feet that we could potentially use for emergency operations, dispatch, and the coroner. So we're gonna get a meeting set up with the building committee here soon, very soon, and see what options we have moving forward from there.
Is that 3,000 total,
Both floors, yeah, both
Okay.
floors. The first floor was 1927, and the second floor would be 1762. And then I gotta, like I said, get a time set up with the building committee, and then we'll kinda discuss where we move forward from there
When do you think you'll have? a
by
meeting?
our next meeting. I'll
Okay.
have some information, or we'll have
Yeah.
I'll have to get a meeting set up before our next meeting, so we'll kinda
Okay.
see where we go from there.
Yeah, I know there's been a lot of talk, and I agree. I would like to see this, you know, obviously get your committee together and see what you guys think. And you do have a drawing on it, you say?
Yeah,
Okay.
I sent it to your email, and I
Okay.
sent it to all the building
Okay,
committee
all right,
members.
great, yeah. Just
And-
curious to see what it'll look like at the end of the day and if it'll work. Okay, just keep us posted on the next meeting if we could.
Will do.
All right, thank you. Public comment, as established under Resolution 2020-2. If anyone has anything germane to the meeting tonight. We would love to have you come to the podium and state your name and what you'd like to talk about. Is it germane? Is it germane to what we talked about tonight?
Well, I just have a question about what happened over the weekend. Can I ask you, no, it doesn't have anything about this, but I just have a question to ask you commissioners about if you can find out anything what's going to happen up there.
I haven't seen anything besides what's been on social media about, I was gonna reach out to, I haven't had a chance to reach out to the commissioners up there to see kind of what the forecast is for repairs and all that stuff and long-term consequences of it. Obviously, it's gonna be something we address when we make our recommendations with the, this ordinance, cause I know we're gonna speak about that next meeting, is that
Yeah,
correct?
we're not gonna hear, solar tonight. It is not on the agenda, so I don't wanna talk about it, because it's not on the agenda, so we can't do that. But yeah, if you wanna talk afterwards, that's fine. Okay, anybody else? None hearing. Our next meeting will be April the 7th at 10 a.m. here in the Vincennes City, chambers. So if there's nothing else, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Be safe going home.